So episode 6 of Fear the Walking Dead is the season finale. It starts on a shot of downtown LA and the whole thing is on fire. So back at the ranch, Maddy and Travis are packing up. They're gonna find the family and head east. Meanwhile, down in the basement, Daniel's done with Sergeant Boyfriend, but he makes a pretty good argument to stay alive.
I can draw you a map. All right, you won't get in without me.
We're bringing him.
And then over at headquarters, Liza and Doc Exner are prepping for an evacuation. Time to pack up and roll out, and no surprise, all the guards are gone. So the first stop is headquarters. Daniel rolls up like nobody's business, and he's got a horde of walkers with him. That's a pretty good diversion. So they park the cars in the basement and leave Chris and Alicia to stand guard. So back inside, Strand is looking ready to go. He's got his tie on, and with the walker invasion happening outside, it seems to be a pretty good time. But he can't find the key. Lucky for him, Nick's got a pretty good sleight of hand. So the medevac chopper shows up, but it sees the horde of walkers, and it's pretty clear that it's not gonna land. Liza and Doc Exner are screwed. Down to the parking garage, a few army thugs roll up on Chris and Alicia, and they decide they want the SUV. Chris isn't having it and takes one to the face. Here's a pro tip. While you should always stand up for your lady love, if she is your sister-in-law to be or stepsister-in-law to be, probably not a good idea. Back outside, the walker horde has broke through and they're looking to eat. And so this guy gets bit and then he takes one to the face. So while they're making their escape, Strand and Nick stumble across Melvin, who's the guard that traded Nick's life for the cufflinks. But there's another dilemma.
Melvin was my ride.
Unfortunately for them, the way out is blocked, and so they gotta go back the way they came in, and those doors are locked.
That's unfortunate.
Maddy and Travis show up in the nick of time, but they're not gonna do much good with that little finishing hammer. And Liza shows up in the nick of time, and she's got a badge. And like most credit cards, it's gonna take a few swipes. So as they're making their way out, they head through the kitchen, and of course, walkers. So when they get out of that situation, Liza gets to tell Daniel and Ofelia what happened to Mom.
Where's my wife?
I'm sorry, Daniel.
Back in the med ward, all the surviving patients have been neutralized, courtesy of Doc Exner. She gives the squad a way out, but really doesn't offer much hope.
You can get out. There's nowhere to go.
Maddy gets acquainted with Strand. She fills him in on the plan to head east. He's got a better plan.
Go west.
What's west?
Have a home on the water.
So they finally make it out, and by this time it's morning. They walk outside, and there's nothing but piles of burned bodies. They make it back to the parking garage. We think Chris and Alicia are gone. They're hiding in the closet. Who knows what they're doing? So everything's looking fine and dandy until Sergeant Boyfriend shows up. And so that was essentially Travis's fault because he let him go, and it's Travis's breaking point.
Andy.
It's finally nice to see that Travis has some kind of a backbone. So we're on the road again, and Strand offers some advice that is good for pretty much any day of driving in LA.
Freeway's crapshoot on the best of days.
So here's a little shortcut that you won't find on Waze. The LA River. So they arrive at Strand's mansion, and it's pretty much looking like season 2 of Fear the Walking Dead is going to be an episode of the Laguna Beach. Strand gets in and he immediately starts packing. And then he offers some of his best advice this season.
The only way to survive a mad world is to embrace the madness.
And Strand lets Nick in on a little bit more of his plan. When he said he was headed west, he meant way west. So now it's looking like season 2 is going to be Fear the Walking Dead Spring Break Edition. And what would a Walking Dead season finale be without killing off the main character? Turns out Liza got bit back in the kitchen, and she wants Maddy to do the honors.
Come on. You never liked me that much.
Travis rolls up, and Liza shares some information on the zombie infection.
Infection kills you like anything else. Then it happens. It doesn't matter how you die. You come back.
Up on the balcony, Chris and Alicia are enjoying big sticks, but then this kills the mood. And the season closes with a scene that could have been from Here to Eternity. So that was the season 1 finale of Fear the Walking Dead. What did you guys think of this first season? Let us know in the comments below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you're gonna miss Liza next season. Click here if you missed last week's recap of Fear the Walking Dead. Click here to subscribe to At Hollywood for more great video content. Also, be sure to follow at Charlie Barons on Twitter and myself at Dinglebrero. DingleBrero. Done.